Hi, Jen here from Jen Michelle Coaching, and today I want to talk about how to heal in any stage of love. For those of you new to my channel, I would love to invite you to subscribe. I release a video weekly. We hear so much about healing, right? And we can actually get addicted to healing. And so if this is you and you're always looking to grow and do better, but you don't tend to hold much compassion for just being a human and that part of our journey, I just invite you in this video to really hold that space for yourself where, yes, we want to heal and we want to grow, but also balancing that with just room to make mistakes and to let go of always having to improve, tweak, or adjust something. So let's dive into ways in which we can really intentionally heal our relationships with men or with intimacy as a whole. Number one, bring awareness to where you project onto other people. This doesn't even have to be in intimacy or with men. This can be with other women. This can be with our mothers, our sisters, our friendships, people we encounter day to day. But start to notice where you project stories onto other people that you do not know are rooted in fact, because this is a lot of what is going on in the world right now, right? We will project our stuff onto another as if it's reality, when really it's inviting us into looking at where we are looking at things from a more egoic perspective and where we have room and opportunity to soften and reach a more neutral space within our body, right? Because so often we will just take the little thought or the little hit and run with it and operate under it as if it's reality. And in many ways, we end up creating from this and we make it a reality. So it becomes kind of that self-fulfilling prophecy. So a beautiful way to heal and to soften and really integrate and embody feminine energy is to call ourselves out on the ways in which we just have that knee-jerk reaction or that quick emotion that kicks in, and we start just kind of tossing it and projecting it on everybody else around us. This is a really beautiful way to start to just connect to that pause and to get curious and say, okay, is this 100% true? And if it's not, letting it go, taking a breath, resetting, and beginning again. Number two, notice your tendency to repress anything uncomfortable that comes up. This can be really quick. Sometimes it'll happen to me, maybe in a yoga class, I'll have an uncomfortable memory surface all of a sudden out of the blue. And sometimes if it feels particularly cringy or embarrassing or regrettable, I'll want to quickly put it away and put it in the back of my head and just bury it. But instead, I kind of invite it to come in more, why is that coming up now? Where am I being asked to be a little more compassionate for the part of myself that really messed up or embarrassed herself or had a very short-sighted point of view? So I allow those uncomfortable emotions to really be welcomed in, right? Where I can sit with them and understand them now from a conscious point of view, right? Versus the inner child or the ego that did the best they could, but didn't understand it on the same level. So when those uncomfortable components of our life come in, can we meet them with love and inquiry and compassion and look at them now from a space where we understand them on a whole different level? And in doing this, we begin to let them go. We begin to open up an expansiveness and free ourselves from what's kept us stuck, or even that we've held in the body that's maybe made us feel like we're bad or we're not good enough or we're wrong, or just all of those limitations that play out when we're unwilling to feel something. Can we invite them in compassionately and look at them from the perspective and where we're standing today? Number three, don't bypass. Do not do this sort of bypassing where I'm only willing to feel the good, right? Sometimes I'll notice like that kind of like spiritual bypassing where we'll only want to invite in love or light or rainbows and sunshine. Sometimes it can happen in like spiritual environments. Like maybe I go to a yoga studio and none of your negative emotions are welcome, right? None of your fears, your sadness, your anger are welcome. This is love and light only. And so you're taught inadvertently that those parts of yourself are not okay and that you're bad for feeling this way. And instead it's like, oh no, that recognition, if I feel this way, I promise that I know someone else on this planet feels this way too, right? And maybe it's hidden, and maybe it's, you know, showing up in different ways, or maybe they haven't come to terms with it, or maybe it's just really unconscious. But any sort of negative, shameful, challenging emotion you're feeling, someone else is too. And as we give ourselves permission to bring that to the light and to own it and say, yeah, I've responded that way, or I've felt that level of envy, or I've done those things, right? We start to see that it's not us that's bad, that we are all of these things, right? That these qualities live within us as humans. And when we bring it forward and we show up to it, we let it go. No different than an AA meeting where you stand up and you say, hey, day one, this is who I am. And I'm beginning today by owning the parts that I have hidden and that I have been in shame with, right? And that I haven't wanted to say out loud. There is a healing that is activated in that, because all healing begins with deep, true acceptance of who we are and where we're standing right now, versus presenting a more polished, likable version. So if you practice these three things and begin to lean into this level of healing, you will find that you will feel so free and open in your body over time. And you will see, as you self-reflect in 6 months, 3 months, a year, how far you have come in embracing the truth of who you are. For those of you that are interested in learning more and taking a deeper dive into my work, right now I have a new offer for those of you that are new to my teachings. Please go to jenmichellecoaching.com and you can sign up for my newsletter and immediately download my complimentary webinar, my complimentary meditation, and my complimentary guide on becoming truthfully you. Again, it's jenmichellecoaching.com, and I will link this box below. And I would love to hear how it supports you along your personal path and journey. Much love, and see you next week.